What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another live Sunday Stock Talk with Trading Wars with Rich from Trading Wars. I hope you guys are doing well today. Thank you for giving me your time on a Sunday. We have a lot to go over. The futures market is up 28 points right now. You can see we actually had a little gap up here. If we look at that 5-minute chart, let me zoom in on this 5-minute chart here. You can see that we gapped up and we are rallying higher overnight so far. So that's this could be the low of the week right now. So who knows what the market makers are trying to do. But I did swing multiple ES contracts, and I added one on Friday at the close because we had a huge sell-off. And anytime we have a huge sell-off, I'm always looking for an opportunity, because you could see our sell-off came right on the 618. Okay, so that 618 that gave me that opportunity to buy. So this is what we're going to do. This is what we have in store. Lifetime Discord will be given away at the end. Make sure you stay tuned. I'm going to be doing a $500 cash giveaway sometime this quarter. And let's get 100 likes on this video. Today, I'm going to talk to you a lot about day trading, and I'm going to help prepare you for day trading. What's going on, Dr. D, Wesley, Trading Wars, Arnie, Nelson? What's going on? So let's start today with the day trading material, because I know a lot of you want to talk about day trading. So let's go here. We're going to start off with SPY. Okay. So I have the full screen here. I have this all written down for you guys. So what's going on, Jay, Josh, Chris? So this right here, this is from Thursday. This is from my live stream. And I just want to show you guys here that this is what's possible with day trading. Okay. So on Thursday at 1:31, I went long on ES 26 contracts. I'm going to show you guys what ES means and all of that, but I just want to show you how you can day trade, right? So 131, and then at 148, okay? So that is 17 minutes later, I sold 13 contracts. So I sold half of my contracts for 3,359, and then I sold the rest of my contracts a little bit later at 150 for 1,572. That, my friends, right there, that's over $5,000 or close to $5,000 in basically, how long is that? 19 minutes. Okay. So yeah, so the capital requirements on futures and stuff, it all depends. It depends on the broker you use, what the requirements are. But you guys could see that I went in with pretty heavy size, but the size doesn't matter. You can change that according to your account. Okay. So let's get into this right now. We're going to talk about this day trading strategy here. This is called Fibonacci. This is Fibonacci day trading. I want to talk to you guys about that. I want to talk to you about futures as well. Okay. So we're going to start off. So this is SPY. All right. And this is Thursday. Okay. So this is the Wednesday is over here. And then this is Thursday. I'm on the 2-minute chart, and we're starting here at 9:30 a.m. All right. So let's start off with this, and let me tell you why I took this trade right here. Okay. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw a pattern for you guys. All right. The pattern that I'm looking for is always the same pattern. Okay. It's a Fibonacci pullback within the trend. What's going on, Fade Doctor, brother? So you push up, you pull back, okay, and you make a new high. This area, let me get that rectangle, or where's my rectangle at, guys? This area is where you buy. Okay. And then we can do the same pattern for the short, because with Fibonacci, you can do either direction. So this is the push down, this is the pullback, and then this is the new low. And you short. Where do you short? You short within the pullback. That's it. Okay. Hit me with a 5 if that makes sense. This is all I do. This is what I'm trying to do every day. Either buy the pullback, the higher low, or short the lower high. The reason why I do this method is because I already see, if I look to the left, I already see that price has moved up. So then when I buy the pullback, I'm trying to buy it with the trend. If I look to the left of the short, I see price has already gone down. So I'm trying to short within the trend. And the reason you want to play, so I'm gonna show you guys in a second exactly how to draw the anchors. It's going to make a lot of sense in 1 second. Just give me a second. Okay. So The reason that this works so well, so we'll take a Fibonacci tool now. Just put our 618. So we're focusing specifically right now on the golden zone. Okay, so let's update this for the golden zone. 50, 618, 786. That's your golden zone. And I'm going to show you exactly how to enter, when to enter, etc. Okay, so 50, 618, 786. The zone here gives you the best risk to reward, because let's say you buy on the 618 right here, you put your stop loss at the swing low. When we get a new high, this is double your money right here. That's 2x right there. That's double your money right there. You guys see that? That's 2 times. So you're betting that the trend is going to continue, but you don't know you don't know where the starting point is. You don't know where the exit point is. You don't know any of that. But what you do know is you want to get a deal. If the market is going to go higher, you want to buy when it's pulling back. If the market is going to go lower, you want to short when it's rallying. Hit me with a 10 if that makes sense. And the reason that we're doing that is because we want to follow the trend. Following the trend is what's going to make you the most money, because when the trend is working, when the trend is there, it's going to rip faces off and it's just going to keep going. And you guys saw that on Friday when we sold off 110 points. What happened on Friday? If you had shorted at any point on Friday, you could have made 100 grand, whatever the number is. You could have made 10 times your money. That's what I'm trying to say. So for me, if I'm risking 10 grand on a day, I can make 100K. Okay. So there we go. So we talked about the pattern. So let's go into this trade now. Okay. Because the next question you're going to say is, well, I don't know where to draw the low and I don't know where to draw the high. I don't know what to do. Not a problem. Do not worry. I already have the answer. So here we go. So this right here. So the first thing here is, if we look to the left, right, we can clearly see that there's this big selling happening. We can see that, right? And this selling, the pullback of the selling actually doesn't happen until the end of Thursday into Friday. But while this is happening, on Thursday at the low, we put in the Fibonacci pattern. We put in the pattern. Okay, so let me show you that. So if we come off of the low to this first high right here, we see a beautiful 618. So this Fibonacci, this one right here, I took live in my stream in my Discord. This one we did live together. But how do I know to draw the anchors there? Tell me. Somebody tell me right now. How do I know to go long here? Tell me right now if you guys know. If somebody gets this right, they're going to win the lifetime Discord today. How do I know that I'm going to put the anchor here and I'm going to put the high here? Or is it all hindsight? It's all bullshit. How? I'm going to show you. This candlestick right here is my confirmation. That's an outside bar on the 618. When this is happening, I have my low here and I have my high, but I don't know if it's going to stop here. But when I see it with my own 2 eyes, I see it stop there. Then I say, okay, it's holding. Okay. So then what I do is I go ahead and I say, okay, I'm going to take this candlestick, right? So I actually traded the candlestick. So once this outside bar closes, I put my entry a little bit shallow of the high because I'm a little bit greedy. I don't want to wait until it breaks a high. I come in a little bit shallow. Stop loss goes at the low of that outside bar right there. Okay. Just go ahead and measure. So this was a 4 times your money trade right there. So what does that mean? So if you put in $100 risk on this candle, you make 400. Okay. Assuming you take it at the high. What I do is I progressively scale out of my position. So we get to 1 times your money, I take some off. 2 times my money, I take some off. 2.5, 3, 4, etc. I just bang, 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 layer it out. And then put the stop loss to break even if you want to hold a runner. Some people don't want any runners. They just want to go in and out. They want to make double their money and they want to move on. That's fine as well. How you scale in and out is up to you. Okay. Hit me with a 5 if that makes sense. Okay. So this trade right here, I did this one live. And I just want to say this. In my Discord, I have a free section where I post my recordings from my live stream and I post my Fibonacci report. Okay? It's right here in my Discord, right here, Fibonacci report and newsletter. So we have a free newsletter. We have a free trading report, and we also have the live stream recordings that we save. Okay? So join the Discord. Get in here. There's a lot for free. Let me tell you this right now. You will be approached by a scammer in my Discord that will claim to impersonate me, and they will ask you to send them money, and they will ask you to open a wallet or some Bitcoin or mirror trading. They will do that to you. It happens to everybody that joins my Discord for whatever reason. I don't know how to stop it. I try to monitor it, but they're scammers and they're absolutely bullshit. So don't ever get scammed. Don't send money to anything. Don't do anything. Tradingwars.com is my website. That's the place to find me. If you have any questions, you email me, rich@tradingwars.com. Don't set up no mirror trading, no crypto wallet, none of that. Okay? So anyways, we'll continue. So moving on, but that's not the trade that I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you this trade. Okay? So this one over here. So this trade at 130, I execute with futures contracts. And the reason I execute with futures contracts, okay, is with futures contract, there's no Greeks, there's no decay, there's no extrinsic value. Every point that we move on the futures contract is going to give you $50. Okay, so I love doing this with options. I love doing this with SPX. You can, for sure. But I love to also use futures when I don't want to get any decay. I don't want any issues with option Greeks. So we're going to go here, and what I'm going to show you, my setups are always derived from SPY, okay? But they execute. So S&P 500 is the same thing on SPY or MES. They're the same S&P 500, but SPY is the ETF that trades in regular trading hours, and MES is the micro futures contract that trades continuously. Okay, so let me go ahead. I'm gonna find where we were. So Thursday. Okay, so I'm sorry that everything is in green right now because this is one of the trades that I have some profit on. But anyways, so we're gonna go here. So you can see right here, this is the 2-minute chart. This is, so that's 3:24 a.m. So we got to go to 1 something. Yeah. So I do have indicators, brother, but it's just to highlight those inside and outside bars because I like to use those bars, but my setups will always come from Fibonacci first. Okay. So you can see here, this is the same 130 candle. This is 130 right here. So this is the same thing. Okay. Hit me with a 5 if you guys see that. And now I'm going to show you this setup as well. So this is the setup I took right here. You can see going long 131, 26 contracts, selling 13 at 138, and then selling the other 13 at 150. Really and truly on this trade, I could have made probably $20,000. I only made $5,000 because I ended up getting out right here. Like I only took this much of the trade. I could have taken all of this because this is the close on Thursday. I could have sold it on the Thursday close. I was trying to get there. I was trying to hold it into the close, but I got a little bit too fancy. I got in my head, and I only ended up taking in 5K, which is good. But when you have 20,000 or 25,000 on the table, then it's not that good. Okay. So anyways, so we're going to come off of then again. So this low, this is established at 10 a.m. This is the low of the day. So we know where our low is going to be. And then we just go ahead and we move it to the highest point, okay, within the bull trend, which is this, okay? So you can see, again, we came to the 618 right here. We came to the 618. So what I'm going to show you here is another method I call the crossover, okay? This will also help you. I just created this one. It's called the Fibonacci crossover. I might as well write a book on it because somebody else is going to copy me. So if it's, I've been putting a lot of work into this, but the crossover is like this. You come into the golden zone first, and then you cross back over the 50. You cross back over the 50. Okay. So you can enter here or you can enter here when you cross over the 50. And then your maximum stop loss will always be the swing low. That's always your maximum. Okay. If you want to get in and be a little bit more fancy, then you can risk off the 786, or you can look at the candles. Okay. In this particular case, this is my favorite candlestick pattern right here. This one right here. You guys see this white candle? That's the outside bar. So the same one we had over here at 10 a.m., I went again and I hit it over here at 1:30 outside bar on the 618. Okay, hit me with the 7 if that makes sense. So my entry was there. So we're going to go over, let me take this over to MES so I can show you. Okay, so you can see, let's read this together, right? So my entry 131 at 61.1250. Okay, so let me go ahead and I'll put on 61.1250 for you. So 61.1250 is right here. Okay, and you might be saying, Rich, well, how did you get in on that red line? So I'll tell you what I did. So this, in order to be able to get a good entry like what I'm showing you here, you have to be looking at the chart, because what I saw at the time, as this candle is forming, I am betting that it's going to become an outside bar. Okay, because what I saw is we pushed down here, and then the candle started turning. So so it was red candle like this, and then it started turning around. When it turned around and crossed through my level here, I said, this is going to be an outside bar. And I went for it. So I got in way in advance because I'm anticipating there being an outside bar, being at the 618 Fibonacci, and the fact that it broke the low and it started to come back in. Then I said, okay, it could be an outside bar. Okay. Another reason is this. This is very important. And this is one of the main reasons why I was very confident with this trade. And if you guys can zoom into this with me, this can change your life. Okay, listen to this. What's the low of this candle? This is at 122. This is on the 2-minute chart. The low of this candle is 61.09. Okay, so can somebody write that in the chat right now? Because what I'm going to show you right here is one of the most powerful things in this world. Write it down in the chat, 61.09. Okay, that's at 122. Okay, that's a 2-minute chart. Now let's go to the next candle beside it. Look at this candle. What's the low of this candle? 61.09. Write that down. What do we have? What is this pattern? What's this pattern? This, my friends, is what we call a tweezer bottom. The low, look at the floor, 61.09, 61.09. The floor came in right there. It touched the same 61.09 and refused to go one tick lower. Okay? It's a tweezer. It's not a double bottom. It's a tweezer because a tweezer is back-to-back candles. A double bottom is like we started here, made a low, came back and retest. That's a double bottom. This is a tweezer candlestick pattern. Okay? We have the tweezer. So this tweezer also gave me confidence to go long. Okay? On this red line. And that's when I loaded in. But let's see the poor management of this trade. Let's see the poor management. So I'm long 61.1250. I take some profits at 61.1750, which is right here. That's good. I like that. I like that. First part of the trade, I say A+. That's a good part. Because I basically came in here. Let's say my maximum risk is here or here, right? It depends on how aggressive you want to be. But if I'm in here, risking here, right? We got like that much. And then I got this much profit. So that's pretty good. Right? That's pretty good. Okay. However, the second part of the position, I screwed up because I put my trailing stop loss at 61.15. Where's 61.15? This is my trailing stop loss. Let's move it up. This is 61.15 right here. Right here. I moved my trailing stop loss up. I moved the trailing stop loss up when this candle came in. Because I told myself that this candle can't break. Right? I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to put it right here because this candle can't break. But what's the truth? Where should the stop loss be in this position? What do you guys think? Hit me with this. Tell me where do you think the stop loss should be? The trailing stop loss. Where should it be? The trailing stop loss has to be at the must hold level. What's the must hold level? The must hold is the original tweezer bottom, which was down here. That's the original. If you want to take off risk, then you put it at break even. But the market does not give two shits about your break even. Hit me with the 5 if that makes sense. You put your stop in break even, they're going to come and hunt it. They will find it. Okay? And the reason I'm telling you this is because it's happened to me time and time and time again. But must hold levels cannot be broken. So this tweezer bottom, which was the original reason why we got into the entry, plus this outside bar, this low or this low cannot break. And look what I left on the table here. Let's go back. This is my entry right here. Let's go back. So I took profit here for the first half. Look what I left on the table here. Look at this. It's absolutely disgusting. I left all of this on the table here. All of this. All of this. Do you guys know what this is for me? This move? It's a 2-minute chart. You know what this move is for me? This move right here, I'll tell you right now. We'll go back here. That's 13x. This move for me here is $20,000 because I had 26 contracts. See? So instead of making 25 grand, I made 5 grand. So the first part of the trade, I did well. I took off half of it when I had a profit. What I should have done here is move it to break even, right? Because yeah, I don't want that to become a loser. So I should have moved it to break even. If I left it at break even, I would have been able to walk away with 20 something grand, let's say. And that, my friends, would have changed my whole week psychologically, and it would have changed everything for me. All right. So anyways, I just wanted to show you the ways to enter with the Fibonacci, my style, my strategy. And I also wanted to talk to you about just coming into the free section of the Discord so you can get the report. And then you can also get my recording of my stream should be posted in here as well. Okay. That way you can rewatch it and you can learn. All right. Yeah, no, it wouldn't have meant exactly when to get out, but one of the things that I look for intraday is looking for 10x. Okay, so I would have looked for 10x. 10x is right here, so I would have got to 10x. 10x is a big number for me. 10 times my money. I would have looked for that. So what I'm trying to say is I would have got to 10 times. That's what I'm trying to get to, 10 times. Because if I get a full position to 10 times, it wouldn't have been a full; it would have been half. But if I get a full position to 10 times, I can lose 10 more trades and still break even. Hit me with a 5 if that makes sense. Let me repeat myself for you guys. If you get an intraday, small little setup like this, right? We did all the analysis. We saw the fibs. We saw the outside bar. We saw the tweezer bottom. We had everything making sense, right? If you get a little setup like this and you get it 10 times, you can lose the next 10 trades and break even. Okay. In theory, obviously you have to pay commissions. So be careful. If you're gonna go heavy, you have to be careful with commissions. Okay. On this day, I paid probably $1,500 in commissions. Because I did a few other trades too, but this was the best one. Okay. So on this day, after it was all said and done, this trade was my profit. The other trades I basically washed out. So this was like 5. I made a little bit more extra. So on that day, I was up above $5,000 on the day, and I spent, I think, $1,500. No, it wasn't 15. It was $750 on commissions. I spent $1,500, I think, for the week, but $750 on one day. Okay. So you got to make sure you're not getting screwed over with commissions, because it's going to eat your profits away. That's why I like to use Interactive Brokers, because they have a volume tier. So when you trade a certain amount of contracts over time, right? You're gonna get a discount. Okay, so let's continue now. So the last thing I want to talk about, honestly, I already went over. This was only supposed to be a 30-minute stream, so I apologize. But let's go to Friday now. So I just wanted to show you about Friday real quick. Okay. So remember, this is Thursday's high. So I'm gonna switch over to a 5 minutes so that you can see it a little bit easier, right? This is the high from Thursday. So this is the range of Thursday, and this is going into Friday. Okay. So let's go ahead now. We draw the Fibonacci. So this one is showing you the short side now. Yeah, you should watch this another 10 times if you can. When I first learned Fibonacci, I rewatched multiple videos, maybe like 100 times to understand it. But I hope that I can explain it in a way that's easier, because the way I learned it back in the day, it was still very confusing to me until I started trading. How do I feel about prop firms? I think their rules are too restrictive. I think it's designed for you to fail, because every real trader is going to go through drawdowns and upsides. And if you can't survive the drawdown, you're going to lose your prop firm account. Okay, so let's go here. So this is Friday. So this is the same pattern we were talking about, but this is the other side of it. Now this is a short. So here's your push down. Okay, this happened on Thursday. And then here's our push back up into Friday. Here's the Friday open right here at 9:30. Okay, if you see the first candle at 9:30, what did it do? The first candle at 9:30, what did it do? Okay, so here, sorry, so here's 9:30, here's 9:35. So here's 9:30. What did this first candle do? Okay, it breaks through the 618, and the next one beside it right here, this candle rejects the 618 right there, rejects. And then the other thing that comes into play is this outside bar right here. So I missed this one. So, you know, I didn't take this one, but I wanted to show you the power of the outside bars with the fibs. Here's your outside bar. Here's your crossover. There's your 618, and then there's your crossover through the 50. And then from here, let's go ahead and measure this out. Yeah, Otis, what's going on? I remember you mentioning this in the Discord. Let's go through this here. So you take the break of that outside bar low, you put it a stop loss at the high. Okay, so you have a, you risk one candle. Let's see what you can make. Look at this. This is devastation on Friday. Look at that, guys. There's the short entry. There's the Friday drop. So that's another 10x. If I had played it perfectly, I would have made 10 times my money on Thursday and 10 times my money on Friday. And I would have been up 20 times my money. But at the end of the day, we always have to just strive to get better. I did pretty good trading, but I mean, I play for these big home runs. That's my style. When I day trade, I play for home runs, because my investments, my swing trades, they do their thing. But when it comes to day trading, I want to get compensated for my time. So I try to play for those big home runs. But anyways, guys, so that's the other one. I just wanted to show you that those outside bars and all that stuff like that, right? Hit me with a 5 if that makes sense. So if you want to add my indicators, just go to tradingwars.com. Let's just go here. One sec. Let me just pull up my website and I'll show you guys where to download the indicators. Let's come over here to tradingwars.com, go to resources, and you'll have the golden indicators will be right over here. So you can download the golden indicators right there. Okay. So the other thing I want to say is SPY, we try to trade it every day, at least 3 times a week. It depends on if we have FOMC, PPI, CPI, whatever. Okay. If you like day trading and you like what I showed you and you think that it makes sense for you, what I'm doing right now is this over the next 24 hours. You can come in on Monday. We're going to have a live stream tomorrow morning. I'm going to give you guys an offer for, instead of getting 1 month in the day trading room, you can get 2 months for $100 if you're interested. It's going to come with my book, the S&P 500 Options Mastery, and my premium indicators that you can set up alerts to your phone. And then you have my book here, and it goes through all these different setups we just talked about. Okay. If you want that, instead of getting 1 month for free, you'll get 2 months for free. Just go to tradingwars.com/SPY. And we're going to have a live stream at 9:30 a.m. tomorrow. We're going to be hunting some more opportunities. Okay. All right. So I'm behind schedule. So what we need to do now is we need to go through all of the swing trade setups very quickly. We're going to go through them in rapid fire, and then we're going to do the lifetime Discord giveaway. Hit me with a 15 if you guys are enjoying everything. I hope I added some value with the day trading, because some people, like I said, they don't want to hold anything overnight. They don't want to swing trade. They want to show up every day to the market and try to extract some money and then disappear, because a lot of people are not confident with what's going on in the market no more. No, people don't want to hold overnight. I don't blame them. I don't blame them. If that's not what you want to do, that's totally fine. But you got to know when you're day trading, you have to know the right instruments. For example, you want to use futures if you don't have any option Greeks. You want to look for the right setups. You can't trade every 2 minutes, every 3 minutes. You wait for the setup. So the candlesticks in the right zones are what matters. So outside bar on the 618, inside bar on the 618. You have the bars on the Fibonacci levels. That gives me the best win rate. Okay, you don't just take every single candlestick. You don't take every single outside bar either. It has to have a context. Okay, so I'm going to show you something scary. We're going to start off here with ES. Okay, I'm going to show you something right now that's going to send some goosebumps down your spine. Okay, and for me, my swings are always long right now, and for better or for worse, the first swing that I put on right here was back in this was on the not the deep seek. This was on the trade wars. This was the deep seek. Okay, so here was the trade wars. Okay, so with the trade wars here, we pulled back right into the 618, and same thing, guys. So how do you know that you have the right anchors? Well, look, it doesn't matter if you have the right anchors. Here's a little inside bar. So here's your little inside bar confirmation showing you that we're holding the 618. So I started off with 2 contracts right there, and then later on in the week, a few weeks down on Friday, we touched the 618 again. Okay, but this 618 is using this low to high now. Okay, so I added another contract on this 618 right here. And so far, all 3 of them have been doing good because the market is up 27 points right now. Okay. However, this is what I wanted to show you. And honestly, guys, one day I'll be able to catch all of these trades one day, or I'll have a robot to do it for me. Okay. But look at this. All right. So here is the high from the 19th of February. Okay. And here is the low on the 20th of February. Now watch this. If we come off of this high to low, there's our 618. I mean, if that does not send shivers through your spine, nothing else will in this world. Because the precision, look at the precision. The Fibonacci here is 61.42.25. The high of this candle is 61.42.50. One tick above that 618. One tick and it sells off. Forget about everything. Forget about the news. Forget about whatever. Forget about COVID, Hovid, Jovid. It doesn't matter. There's always going to be news. There's always going to be something. There's always going to be something happening. Doesn't matter. This is the world we live in. Every 15 minutes, there's a news headline. What you have to ask yourself is this: where can I get the best deal? So this one came in the morning, and this is the ones that hurt the most because it's happening when you're sleeping. The other markets are moving it, okay? And you also have 8 a.m. Sometimes you have, unemployment numbers, housing numbers, all this stuff is happening. So anyways, they ran it there, 618, and then bang, look at this, boom, right there. Okay. So luckily I was able to catch this side of the coin, but that's the best trade of the week last week right there. Okay. And let's go to the hourly. There's your outside bar. Same thing on the 4-hour. There's your outside bar. So if you say, hey, you know what, man, I'm not comfortable, I'm not confident, then just, hey, take some small size, play that outside bar, put the stop loss right here, put $100 in and see what happens. Put $50 in and see what happens. Paper trade and see what happens. Right? There's your confirmation. So that's what I'm trying to show you guys there is if you don't know how to draw the anchors, then you just wait for the confirmation, wait for the candlestick. Okay? So that's really nice. Hit me with a 12 if that one was good right there, guys. And then, like I said, on Friday in the close, I picked up this one right here. And then right now we gapped up and we pushed forward. Okay. So really and truly, the market has been, if you just zoom out like this, right? The market has been consolidating in a range. We've been in a range. So you can see here's the low of the range and the high of the range. And we've been going back and forth in this range. And a lot of people do not like being in a range. I don't like being in a range either. But the people that sacrifice the most and get destroyed the most when we're in the range is option traders. Because with options, there's an implied volatility, there's an extrinsic value that needs to happen in order for the contract to produce positive results. So when we go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth like this, we kill the option traders. And I think a lot of times the market is designed to kill option traders that, you know, are doing short term. They get killed. So one of the things that I do is I sell puts on the index. Okay. So I'm selling puts as well. That's a story for another day. That's a whole different strategy in my portfolio. But one of the benefits that you can have when you have a choppy market is selling puts and selling calls. You can sell calls too, but I like to sell cash secured puts for me because I do it on things that I want to own. So if worst case scenario, I have to own SPY, is not a big deal for me. Okay. So actually, speaking of that, let's go over here. All right, let's go over here to the Spaces post. In this post right here, this options wizard guide, this is what I use to help me pick the strike. I use the option wizard, and you can go into the options wizard, click on the link there, and read about this. You don't have to use interactive brokers, but this is one of the reasons why I use them. Because you basically go into, I have a video I did on this. You say if you want it to be long or short, what you expect the value to, you expect it to go up or down by what expiry, and it'll give you, based on probability, what strategy is best. So selling puts, buying leaps, doing spreads, it'll tell you based on the percentage likeliness of success. When I sell puts, I like to stay around 80% success. Okay. So that means I'm not going to get a lot up front, but I'm getting it, and it's 80% likely that I'm gonna finish the trade positive. That's what I like doing. Okay. So also, if you click on this guide, you'll be entered into the lifetime Discord giveaway, and we're gonna do lifetime Discord giveaway in about 5 or 10 minutes. So make sure that you clicked on the guide, and then you read this whenever you get a chance. Okay. So let's continue now. Amazon. Okay. So I did some buying of Amazon last week. I bought a little bit of shares here. Right now, I'm in shares mode. I'm doing a lot of shares because the market's very volatile and we're going sideways. So the premiums, if you're going for options, there's a chance your premiums are going to just die and get decayed on. So this is the big 4-hour 618 setup on Amazon. 207.11 is my next big play right here on Amazon. I did buy some last week with some shares. But 207.11, I'm not doing anything on Amazon until 207.11 we reach there. If we don't reach there, I don't care. I'm already in. Okay. But 207.11 is my next level. I think at 207.11 would be a good opportunity to possibly put on some leaps. Okay. If you don't want to trade shares or hold shares as an investment, but this is an investment vehicle for me. So 207.11, that's going to represent a pullback of almost 15%. A 15% pullback on Amazon is a big deal. Last year, during the August crash, Amazon retraced 25%, and that's where I loaded in really huge. Okay, so coming off of here, this right here is 25%. This is the August low. There was a lot of news headlines. There was news about war. People thought the world was going to end, etc. Okay, so those pullbacks, those deep pullbacks are the ones that I live for on things that I want to hold long term. Okay, hit me with the 5 if that makes sense. Google. Next up on Google, 177.81. I have 2 leap contracts. I got in leaps last year on Google. One of them is profitable and one of them is not. I have 170 strike that I bought down here. So 170 strike is profitable. And then I bought a 180 strike that's not profitable right now. So I have 2 leap positions. I will also have some shares. 177.81. That might hit this week. If the market starts to sell a little bit, pay attention to that on Google. I'm looking for that. Okay. Microsoft has been consolidating for a while. Right now, I'm not doing anything, but we do have this big, massive Fibonacci pullback here, 397.16, which is going to line up with these previous bounces that we've had in the past. NVIDIA going into this week, my big buy was at 114. We have earnings this week. Okay. So be careful. Don't try to do weekly expiry. You might get burned. Okay. Because the weeklies are going to try to price in the earnings. volatility. And then even if it goes in your direction, you could still lose money. 132.17 is the next 618. This is the 4-hour chart here. I'm watching this. I don't mind adding because I got a good deal at 114. I also sold 112 puts that expire in March, and I pretty much got all of the gains from those puts. So I can cover this at any time. I got about 70% of it. I sold it. I collected almost $1,000 up front when we were down here. So that's, again, another part of the strategy. Tesla. Let me down this year. Okay. So I'm down about 10,000. So my leaps for 2027 on NVIDIA, I converted them into shares. Okay. So I'm down about $10,000 on Tesla. It let me down this year so far, but I'm not out of the fight yet. So I had to going back to the daily. My original buy was right here at 334, and then I bought some more over here. Those 618s, they lasted for a while, but they were not sustained. Okay. They lasted. We went up to 480s, and it was all looking good. A lot of people thought we were going to go to 500, and we didn't get there. Right now, I have to be conservative, and I went all the way back in time to this original swing low, which was also a major 618 Fibonacci pullback right there. Okay, so that gave me confidence to use this as my anchor. And then we have 299.10, which kind of fits the narrative for Tesla. Okay, the narrative could be as follows. You see this weekly hammer. If this weekly hammer breaks, we could sweep this low and slightly go below 300. 299.10 makes a lot of sense, and that could be a major swing pivot point. So that's my next level. I'm down on Tesla, and I'm trying to recover. Hit me with a 10 if that makes sense. How to set up fair value gap that'll disappear from the screen once it's touched. I don't know. I really don't know. I just use this indicator here, this free one from Nephew Sam. I like to use fair value gaps when I get some as a confluence to the fibs. That's when I love to use them, but they're not my primary indicator, because fair value gap is a Fibonacci. That's what it is, right? Because it's a 3 candlestick pullback pattern. So let's continue. Apple, my leaps have been doing really well. I'm very, very happy with Apple. You could see over here, I'm up like 6%, which is pretty good for 2025, December 19, 250 calls. I averaged down into these positions because I originally bought them right here, and then I added again on this 618. So a little bit, I wish that I had just bought it here in hindsight, but there was another Fibonacci right here that I bought. I averaged down here, boom, and now both of those positions are up. One thing to mention about Apple was only down 0.11% after the bloodbath on Friday. Okay, and Apple is a name to watch because Apple held up in a bloodbath. And not too long ago, when Apple was dropping here, you can see Apple dropped 15%. Everybody was writing Apple off and saying that there's all these problems and these issues and lawsuits and all this bullshit. But at the end of the day, if you're going to get 15% discount on Apple, even if you put a few $1,000s on it or a few $100, depending on your account size, it's worth a shot, in my opinion, So I took a shot here, and Apple is holding up. So what I want to do now is I have about almost $9,000 in this play. I think what I'll try to do here is add a little bit more and use some of my unrealized gains to maybe buy some more Apple in one shape or form, and just like try to add into Apple. I'm not a big Apple fan. I never been, but I am a big discount fan. And when I see Apple down 15%, it's a no-brainer for me. I know people that have made millions of dollars on Apple back in the 2000s, early 2000s, when Apple was on that rampage. And, there's a lot of people that are in Apple and use Apple products. So I'm willing to give it a chance. Okay. So, all right, let's continue. We talked about SPY, which was ES, QQQ, same analysis. We have that this is the short-term 618. If we come off of this low to high right here, there's your short-term. Okay. So QQQ pulled back a little bit deeper. And then we have this bigger golden zone. This one traded at the beginning of the year. This was in January. So it would be crazy if we pull all the way back into this golden zone again, but it is possible. This pattern right here is one of the most devastating patterns of all time. That one right there. So I've traded this pattern a lot. And to be honest, it's hard to say. I probably should have taken some kind of hedge on this pattern. Sorry, guys. But this pattern is probably one of the most devastating patterns. It's called a false breakout. The false breakout pattern happens when you pull into the golden zone. And what happens here is all of the buyers like that were here, 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 here. Where do you think they're going to sell? Where do you guys think? Where do you think those buyers are going to sell? I see we got 100 people in here right now. So I'm a man of my word. I'm going to do a $50 cash giveaway. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for trying to learn and better your life. And I'm grateful for your time. So we're going to do a $50 cash giveaway and a lifetime Discord giveaway. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you drop a like. So all the buyers in the golden zone, right? One of the basic targets is a new high, right? That's just logic, because the new high is also an area of resistance right here. Okay. So all these guys accumulating here, all the buyers in the golden zone, we get to the new high and they sell. But who buys here? Who's the person that buys right there? Who's the person that has no control? Who's the person right here? Who buys right there? Because they get FOMO. They're going on Twitter, they're going on YouTube, they're going on Instagram, and they're like, all these platforms are going to push to you this narrative. Market is at all-time highs. Everybody is so happy. Oh, happy times. And then somebody's sitting down at home and they're going to be like, man, I knew it. When Rich said we're in the golden zone a few months ago, I should have bought it. I didn't buy it, but guess what? I got to buy it now because it's too late. I got to buy it now. They buy it right here. And this pattern, when this one happens, it's a devastating pattern. Okay. As soon as we pull back into the range, so this the next day on the 20th of February, there is your confirmation. And right here, they probably don't get liquidated right here. They don't get liquidated on this candle. And then this is a really nice setup because after the next day we have an inside bar. There's your inside bar low. So they don't get liquidated here. This comes in and they feel like they're going to be saved. And then the next day we break through the inside low and then we take out this previous low, bang, bang. And then that's the margin call right there. Yeah. That's the margin call right there. That's also a part of the reason why the market dropped so much on Friday, because it's not always retail. It could be dumb institutions as well. Dumb institutions, right? That are late to the party. And then all of a sudden you have this capitulation that's happening here because these guys are happy to get rid of their position and sell. And then you have these guys that bought at the high that are getting liquidated. So you have a lot of selling coming in. That pattern is one of the most devastating patterns. You see it all the time on a day trading time frame. If you go to like the 5-minute or whatever, but if there's a pattern like you want to dedicate yourself to, it'll be the false breakout, as along with the fibs and the fall. But the fibs help you to find where the false breakout is. Okay. Hit me with the 6 if that made sense. And also it was all-time highs, previous all-time highs. Exactly. So that's another one. Continue here. NQ, same scenario. AMD, I'm long at 109. AMD also held up pretty well during that big red market. I'm long at 109 here. I bought some shares and I sold 100 puts. So I'm obligated to buy the 100 puts by March 21st if we go below 100. And I just did something small here because we have a pullback from highs, guys, like 52%. That's a pretty big pullback. So I'm taking a shot at AMD. I waited a long time for it to come to 109.54, but I was extremely patient. So hopefully this 109 level can make me some money. But I think it held up pretty decently during that sell-off. So this could be a potential turning point for AMD. I'd love to see next month a green month for AMD because we've had 5 months in a row of red selling. So at some point, you're going to have a bounce back candle. Meta. I'm waiting for Meta to come into my 618. I have it all lined up, 623. It's going to take a lot for Meta to come back there, but I'm waiting to see if it does. Netflix is kind of like no man's land for me right now. I'd love to be in Netflix. But you know what? I just saw this one here. This is probably a better trade right here. There we go. So right at that 994, the 618 right here, that's a nice one. So It's a good thing that I did this stream so I missed that one, but that's a nice one too there too. And that's pretty much it. Everything else is just random stuff that I have on there. Okay. So guys, thank you for making it all the way to the end. Hit me with a 15 if you enjoyed that. In my Discord here, if you go to the stocks channel, all of those setups that I just talked about, I post my entry and my stop loss on. If you want to join my stock room, it's $100 for life. Go here, tradingwars.com, options trading. It's $100 for life. You'll get my book. And for the stocks room, because there's not that much frequent trades, it's, you know, maybe 1 or 2 per week. I only charge $100 for life. And you'll also get my screen share feature. I have a screen share right here, Thursday and Friday. You're going to get that for life. Okay. So it's $100. If you go to the website, it's going to tell you that it's only 1 month for free. I'm going to upgrade you guys to lifetime for the next 48 hours. Let's do 48 hours if you guys are interested. Okay. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to do the lifetime Discord giveaway right now. And we're going to do lifetime Discord giveaway. And we're going to do a $50 cash giveaway. So let's do 2 of them because I'm so happy that we got 100 people here. Okay. So I'm going to link it one more time. I only see 50 people that have put themselves in the giveaway. Okay. Go to this post on X right here. Click on my options wizard guide. You'll be entered into the giveaway. Okay. Make sure you guys do that. Drop a heart too if you can. All right. Hey, Tim. Welcome. Welcome to the team, brother. Thanks for joining. Okay. Let's do this right now. Hit me with the 5 when you're done. Let me see the 5s in the chat when you're done. And then we will do, so we'll do, one person will get lifetime Discord and then one person will get $50 cash. Okay. Jay says, I love that you have 36,900 YouTube followers. I didn't even think about that, brother. Thank you. I mean, that's amazing. That 369. Yeah, just click on the link and you'll be ready. Okay. Okay. So this is what I want you to do. If you're in the chat right now, hit me with a 1 right now. If you're in the chat, I want to pick somebody from the chat. And then I also want to make sure that you clicked on the guide. So hit me with a 1. Okay, go. So we're going to pick 2 people. One person is going to get $50 and then one person is going to get lifetime Discord. Okay. Okay. So you guys ready? Here we go. $50 cash winner, Divas Sri. Divas, you are the $50 cash winner, my friend. Email me rich@tradingwars.com or send me a DM on X, or if you're in the Discord, you can send me a message on the Discord, brother. Divas, thank you for coming out. I've seen your name a few times. And I'm glad that you got the $50 cash for coming out. Thank you. Okay. And then here we go. Lifetime Discord. All right, guys. Spamming 1 in the chat doesn't give you more. All right. It doesn't. I know you. That was a smart try though. Appreciate that. Right here, Tado Services, lifetime Discord winner, also a Trading Wars Army member with the green in your name. Thank you very much, Tado Services, my friend. And send me an email or a DM. I suspect you're in the Discord. I can't really remember, but if you're not, we'll get you a lifetime. And if you are, we'll get you a lifetime in stocks or whatever room you don't have. And we'll take care of you, brother. Okay. So Tadao, email me rich@tradingwars.com or send me a DM. Thank you very much. All right, guys. Thank you so much for the time. And I'm going to do probably 3 more next week. So don't worry. As long as you come out, as long as you're here, as long as you subscribe and you like, you're going to get a chance to win. Okay. So let's, on average, I do 2 to 3 every week. So is your pretty good chance of winning. We don't have 5,000 people watching here. Okay. So don't feel discouraged if you missed out on that. All right. But I really hope that the Fibonacci can change your life. I really do. And that's the only reason, like, I'm tired right now. It's 10:54, I'm supposed to keep this at 20 minutes because I'm supposed to go hang out with my wife, watch some TV and relax a little bit. But it is what it is. Once you get going with something you love, once you get going with something that's your passion, you can't stop. You can't stop, guys. Find what that is for you. For some of you, it's going to be the market. For some of you, it's going to be day trading. For some of you, it's going to be investing. It's going to be swing trading. It's going to be selling options. It's going to be whatever. It's going to be teaching, whatever. Find what it is. Okay. Once you find what it is, you'll have unlimited energy and you'll be able to do what you need to do. Thank you so much. Tradingwars.com. Check me out for those 2 lifetime deals. You guys have a great day. Take care.